Hello, I am Tarik Toros. Welcome to What's Happening in Turkey. This week, Turkey observed Kurban Bayramı, its second and final religious holiday of the year. But for many, there was little cause for celebration in the days leading up to the holiday. A wave of politically charged arrests swept the country, targeting not just opposition figures, but the national mood itself. Simultaneously, fractures have begun to emerge within the ruling alliance, which has held power for over 2 decades. President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, now in his 22nd year of rule, still declares he will remain until death. Yet, for the first time, he has fallen to second place in national opinion polls. This isn't just a symbolic shift. Even voters from the far-right nationalist movement party, Erdoğan's main coalition partner, now believe the country is heading in the wrong direction. As summer begins, Turkey faces a deepening political and economic crisis. And if the signals we are seeing now are any indication, the second half of 2025 may deliver even more dramatic shocks. Not just an arrest, a public spectacle. The crackdown began with the imprisonment of Istanbul's mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, a popular opposition leader who now outposts Erdoğan himself. He has been held behind bars for over 2 months on politically motivated charges. His arrest marked the start of a broader assault on local democracy. Municipalities governed by the main opposition party, the Republican People's Party, have been targeted in successive waves of police operations. Last week, during the 5th wave of detentions, 5 sitting mayors and a former member of parliament were arrested. But this time, the government added theatrics. The mayors were paraded in single file between lines of police. State media filmed the procession and broadcast it nationwide. The message was clear. This wasn't just law enforcement. It was psychological warfare. The footage blatantly violated the presumption of innocence and triggered widespread outrage across the political spectrum. CHP leader Özgür Özel responded with his most furious outburst yet. Addressing Istanbul's chief prosecutor Akın Gürlek, he said, "Akın, you've hit a wall, son. I won't see these images again. We're at the end of our patience. I'll tear it all down. Get your head straight. Don't push me. We'll rise and we won't be broken." It was a dramatic moment, but so far it's only been rhetoric. And Erdoğan's government has long shown that it isn't rattled by angry speeches. In today's Turkey, power doesn't flinch unless it's forced. And so far, the opposition hasn't made a move that truly threatens it. Erdoğan drops to second place, the beginning of the end. For the first time in over 2 decades, Erdoğan is no longer the frontrunner. As of May, every major poll places him second in the presidential race. His ruling party, the AKP, is now 6 points behind the opposition CHP. If elections were held this Sunday, the government would likely lose. But this is more than an electoral shift. It's a legitimacy crisis. Turkey is grappling with economic hardship that goes far beyond official statistics. The government claims annual inflation is at 35%, placing the country 8th highest globally. But independent economists at ENAG say the real rate exceeds 71%, ranking Turkey 4th worst in the world. Despite this, Erdoğan shows no sign of retreat. In a recent address, he declared, "We'll be here until the day God calls us." That phrase may sound symbolic, but it underscores a grim reality. There are no effective checks left on Erdoğan's power. No functioning judiciary. No independent press. No robust opposition coalition. Technically, the next general election is 3 years away. Until then, Erdoğan is recycling familiar tactics. Jail opponents, fracture alliances, distract the public. But this week, something unprecedented happened. 19 well-known figures, some of whom helped found the AKP, signed a public declaration condemning the collapse of the rule of law. This was more than protest. It was a crack in the inner walls of the regime. Meanwhile, new polling shows nearly half of MHP voters believe Erdoğan is making things worse. He is being challenged not just by the opposition, but from within his own power base. Jennifer Lopez and the €360 ticket. The cost of a collapsing system. Erdoğan has presided over Turkey for 22 years. But over the past 12, his rule has hardened into full authoritarianism. It began with the 2013 Gezi Park protests, which were met with police brutality and mass arrests. Then came the failed 2016 coup attempt, followed by a sweeping purge, a 2-year state of emergency, an ongoing repression. More than 150,000 public workers were blacklisted. Many remain barred from employment, banking, and even legal transactions like selling a car. And yet, the system keeps punishing them, quietly, bureaucratically, and relentlessly. Meanwhile, the economy continues to unravel. The cost of living is unbearable for many Turks, and even foreign visitors are hesitating to spend money. Take the upcoming Jennifer Lopez concert as a case study. She is performing in Istanbul this August as part of her European tour. In Madrid, tickets start at €100. In Istanbul, the cheapest ticket is €360. Same artist, same tour, same year. But Turkish fans must pay 4 times more. This isn't just about entertainment. It's a symptom of a broken economy, and a reflection of how international markets and audiences now perceive Turkey. What we are witnessing isn't simply a government in decline. It's the slow erosion of an entire society. A society where justice, trust, and opportunity are collapsing in real time. The political arrests, the media theatrics, the soaring prices. These are not just stories. They are warnings. As Erdoğan nears the twilight of his rule, one question looms larger than ever. Is there a way out of this tunnel? I am Tarik Toros. Thanks for watching What's Happening in Turkey. See you next week.